Hello, everybody. Queen Lenora. Yes. Dun, 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 dun. Hit that subscribe button. Notify. Ooh, I can't even do it. Sorry, y'all. Just trying to have some fun. Hit the subscribe, the bell button for notification. Comment below about this video because I want you to know what you're thinking about me. Now, I just funny, but I do want you to comment below. And then don't forget your thumbs up and go ahead and share. So, what is today's video about? It is why hold on, did you see that piece of hair? Synthetic hair. This is supposed to be my human hair. Just want you to know that's my human hair. I pay money for this human hair on Facebook, and we know it ain't human. Anyway, so let's get to going with this conversation. So today topic is, why did I start a YouTube page? What was my purpose? I never talked about it. I just did it. And I've had my YouTube page for a while. So I had my regular page under my name, and I had to do my homework. So I did my homework on there, and then we was in GNC, and I would post videos. But I didn't know what YouTube was really about. So I'm just going to tell you, I had no clue that YouTube was going to be what it is today, and this is what you do. I just thought, who would want to know about your business? Who would know? So I started my YouTube channel because when I went into the hospital, because of my diabetes, I didn't know I had diabetes. Now, let me give you the quick story about that. Diabetes, okay, got checked my A1C3. I was on the borderline of diabetes, not even really close, just like a tad bit, like, whatever that one number was. You're playing, there you go. That's where I was for my diabetes. So, all of a sudden, it just skyrocketed high. So, I went to the doctor. I'm like, I'm feeling good. This is going on. And it was like, okay, well, I don't know what it could be. We'll check your blood work. But they never checked my A1C3 because they already checked it, and you can only do it so many times a year. And they had just recently did it. So then I couldn't see. So I was having really issues with that. So I was thinking maybe it's my dental. So I went to the dentist to get my teeth checked and everything, and it was fine. So I'm like, okay, I don't know what this is. So I couldn't see at all. Like, I was really like blind. I couldn't see. So I went to America's Best, and they have these things you can check. So, you get two pair of glasses for really cheap. For like $69.99. But then, you got to do an eye check. So I went and got my eye checked. And then I was like, check for diabetes, check for this, check for that. And they looked at my eyes. Okay, so I forgot what they said I was. Like near vision, far away vision, one of those visions. And I did that. So, ta-da. So they said, everything looks fine, so we're going to give you this prescription. Go pick your glasses. I picked my glasses, and I'm going to buy my business. Blind as a bat, going everywhere, driving people everywhere, can't see. Nobody's believing I can't see. I look normal. Came back from vacation. What was it? Went to the emergency room. They said everything was fine. It's like your blood pressure's a little high. So I just went back to work. But pretty soon I just couldn't even work. Like I couldn't even do my schoolwork. So I couldn't see the computer to do my schoolwork. So I had to take a month off because I couldn't see. And then I was at work, and I was asleep in the office. And the only time I would get up is to relieve my daughter. When she had to go to the bathroom, I would go and do the cash register. And then by the time she come from the bathroom, I had to run to the bathroom, and then I would go to sleep, and I just slept. And I did this for a good week or two. And then I made a doctor's appointment, and I told my doctor what was going on. So we ran tests again, and that's when they did my A1C3, because I was like, I'm peeing all the time or whatever. So I remember she called, and she was like, your A1C3 is high. No, what she say? She said, oh no, she called, she goes, okay, well, I just want to make sure you're available. The doctor is coming, the doctor will be calling you soon, whatever. And I was like, okay. And so I was trying to go back to sleep and I had to go to the bathroom. So I'm on the toilet and the phone rings. And I'm like, yeah, she said something. I said, she was like, okay, she needed to ask. She was like, well, how often are you going to the bathroom or something like that? I said, I'm on the bathroom now. Okay. I go to the bathroom all the time. Like, I can't even get a straight good sleep. And I'm going to the bathroom. Now, mind you, my mom had just left that day, that morning, to go to Mexico. And so I was like, I can't. I'm like, I'm on the toilet now. I'm peeing. I'm not even lying. I was wearing diapers, and I was proud of my diaper wearing because I couldn't make it to the bathroom. I had a big giant room. I switched my room to a small room so I could be right next to the bathroom, and still couldn't make it to the bathroom. This is how bad it is, and I'm not over exaggerating at all. So mind you, I'm driving, can't see, and so she hangs up and she calls me right back. Like, so I finish in the bathroom. I'm sitting at the desk, and she calls and she goes, I need you to go to the emergency room right now. And I was like, okay. And do not drive. Okay. Because you could kill you and somebody else. Do not drive. Your doctor is very adamant with me to tell you this. Do not drive. And I laughed because my doctor knows I was going to drive my butt to the emergency room. So I did. I was like, oh my goodness. Now I'm scared. So now I'm crying like, I could die driving, because I don't know what's going on. She just said, your blood sugar is way high and you could die. Do not drive. So I'm like, now I'm in hysterics. And I'm like, I can't even call her my mom because she's on her way to Mexico. So I called my one friend. And she's like, oh, I can't come get you. I got this meeting to go to. And such and such and such. I got a meeting up to, she said, I'm in the middle of the meeting. That's what she said. I'm in the middle of the meeting, the phone meeting. And we were in this other little thing. And we had to all do our monthly or quarterly thing. And I was like, okay, okay, so that's fine. I'll figure out something else. I'll figure out a way to do it. And she was like, well, and I said, no, they told me I have to go now. So it's not something I could wait on. Because they said I could die. So they said, she was like, oh, okay, well, call me if you need me. And I was like, okay. And so then I called my sister and I said, another close friend, my sister. We were raised together and everything. And so I called her, and she was like, oh, girl, I just woke up. And she had to be at the restaurant later on. And she's like, I just woke up. I'm not even dressed. And I said, okay. And she's like, why do you have to go to the emergency? Why can't you drive? I said, they said if I drive, I can kill myself or them. People around me, I should not drive at all. She said, okay, I'll be there in 10 minutes. So I don't know what she did because she was probably there in 7 minutes. It was not 10 minutes because I was timing it because I was like, if she doesn't, I'm just going to call a Lyft or Uber because they want me there ASAP. So she was there. So it was her and my son that went with me. My youngest son. He went with me. So it was her and him. And so I was laying in the bed and it was like, oh, can you pee? And I said, it comes out too fast. I can't. So they gave me a little thing in that room. So had to pee in that, and then I got up, and I had this major Charlie horse, and my son was helping me with that. My husband couldn't be there because he was running the restaurant, and, there was nobody to take his place. And so we was just sitting there, and they're not telling me much at the hospital at all, so they just doing the thing. And I'm like, okay, so I'm here. And then there's like, well, please name anything of items that name things that's in your purse, your wallet. You're like, how many credit cards you have, how much money you have, this is stuff, because in case you have to stay the night, they have that. I was like, okay. And so, I'm not going to tell you how I cried like a big old baby when they put the IV in me, but I did. So I'm just going to admit it. I cried. And I ended up staying the night. They didn't tell me. It was like, okay, you getting ready to go upstairs, package your stuff. And my sister had to go to work, and she was like, do you want me to stay? And I was like, no, you go to work. My husband will come up here. We tag team. Everybody tag teaming. And so it took us a while to go upstairs. And anyways, being in the hospital, I realized it's like, my kids won't have any memories of me. Like, I don't really have that many videos. And like when I was signing when I was younger and acting, we don't really have that much. So when I see people who have kids, they they um they die, and there's nothing for that child to remember their mother or their father or their grandmother of. You know, they have a few pictures, but having memories, they don't have that. And I was like, okay, so why not just put it on YouTube? You know, I just talk about my life on YouTube and da 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 da. And I was like, you know, so it wasn't really something major that I was working on. I do videos here and there. I do this. I'll talk. I'll say some inspiration. I was doing the same thing on Instagram a little, because my niece is the one that said, I'm going to do your show and I'm going to do this, because that's what I told her I wanted to do. And I said, I really want to be on YouTube, blah, 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 you know, because I felt like that establishment was going to be around way longer than any other establishment, you know, because you got to understand, I was there with MySpace, and MySpace was extra popular, but now you don't hear nothing about MySpace, and it's Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that. So, and I was like, I have all my photos over here, so my kids know my passwords and everything of that. And so that's pretty much why I started YouTube. And then probably when I was in school getting my master's degree is when I said, because when I was doing all that, I was getting my bachelor's. So yeah, I was getting my master's, and I said, you know what, we're marketing and we got to learn how to market. So let's do this. So I still wasn't doing YouTube or anything. It wasn't until the COVID I said, I can't do my plays. I don't write all these plays. I can't do this. I can't do that. And then I still have a lot of half done plays and stuff like that I'm actually work on. But I've been really, really working on YouTube and writing my book. And so I can say I've been starting since June 2020, which we're still in 2020, and I've been really focusing my heart on YouTube. But the reason I started YouTube was information for my children. So sometimes it's not what you end up doing. You never know why you do something. I never knew I was going to try to make this a success for me. You know, not like a success where I make millions, but success to, you know, have everybody get my knowledge, not just my kids, but everybody else, and have fun and love who you are and enjoy. And my ups and downs with my weight loss, and my ups and downs of emotion, and learning how to be a good wife to the best of your ability, not to your mama, your cousin, your daddy, your friend, celebrity, just the best ability for you. So that is my whole journey of why I started YouTube. I hope that helped you. If you did, I'm sorry. But, you know, comment below if you want to know anything else. I will also tell you. But I just thought maybe you guys should wonder, why she do YouTube? What made her do YouTube, you know? And that's why I did YouTube. And I'm actually going to tell you, I have fun doing YouTube. I actually love doing YouTube. It's fun to me. It's, because you get to see me. And I don't have to put on a fake face. And I don't have to, always be chipper. I mean, I'm pretty much always chipper anyway. But I go through some moments where I'm upset and angry, and I don't have to. I can do it when I want to, and I don't. It's not anything. But what I've learned is I got to really run it as a business if I want to be able to be successful, not just in YouTube, but in life anywhere. And since there's nothing else for me to do in the world, and besides my seasoning and my drinks and all that, why not do my YouTube and see how far I could go so I could learn. So I try every different avenue to be successful on YouTube so I could write a book about how to be successful on YouTube. And the reason I say that is because you can follow, there's so many different things that people tell you to do on YouTube to be successful, which is great because it worked for them and it works for so many other people. But what if you don't have the knowledge? People my age who don't have the computer and the phone and all that savvy. I think about my mom. And my mom listened to half the people on YouTube telling them how to do anything. They wouldn't know how to do it. They don't know how to edit. And, you know, and even if you show them, they're not getting it. Their fingers are not, because we weren't raised on this. You know what I mean? The new millennials, they were raised on it. Even the late 90s was raised on it. But you got to understand, we weren't. So, my journey. So I hope you like what I said, and I hope this gave you information and more knowledge about me. But anyway, here we go. Please subscribe, hit that bell notification. Please thumbs up, comment below, and share this video. And I'll see you next time. And remember to love and live each day as if it were your last, because tomorrow's not promised. That's what I learned. Smooches.